So, enthalpy is the amount of heat flow into and out of a system in a constant pressure process. So, it is represented by the symbol H and defined as E plus PV. It is an extensive property, thus, a magnitude depends on the amount of substance present. So, it is impossible to determine the enthalpy of a substance. So, it's the enthalpy change or the delta H that we measure. If a given chemical or physical process is carried out at a constant pressure with only work done caused by expansion or contraction, then the heat flow, QP, no, and enthalpy change is equal. No? So, the difference between the product enthalpies and the reactant enthalpies is actually the enthalpy of reaction. No? So, we have here the enthalpy reaction or the delta H, no? Enthalpy, in short, we can call it enthalpy, is the summation of the enthalpy of the products minus the summation of the enthalpy of the reactants. No? So it in this paragraph or sentence, this noted na ano to with a constant pressure, no? Constant pressure or you have constant pressure and also constant what do you call this? Pressure and okay, pressure, constant pressure, no? So kung magkaiba yung pressure niyan, syempre they have factor dun sa heat, no? Heat output. In other words, the enthalpy of reaction is the quantity of heat exchanged between the system and its surroundings when a chemical reactions occur. The heat will tend to flow until the systems and the surroundings are at the same temperature. So ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo that nung mga last meet nyo na ito yung may thermal equilibrium, no? So for example, meron kang mainit na tubig, bigyan mo lang ng time or time wait for it for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, yung heat nag-exits doon sa surroundings kasi it finds no the kumbaga nagkakaroon ng thermal equilibrium between the mug, the water and also the surroundings, no? So when the system absorbs heat in a chemical reaction, the process is an endothermic process. So therefore, yung enthalpy is greater than zero. So therefore, yung enthalpy ng product is greater than the enthalpy of the reactant. Therefore, yung ating enthalpy is positive. When the system produces heat, no? So ito naman yung common, mas common to na nagpo-produce ng heat. Which the systems produces heat nga is an exothermic. So for example, yung mga burning of fuels, etc., etc., no? So enthalpy is less than zero. So therefore, yung enthalpy natin, enthalpy change is negative. So rules for determining the enthalpy change, no? So yan, kaya natin ng konti. The thermochemical equation is used by the chemist to represent the changes in both matter and energy. A thermochemical equation is a balanced reaction accompanied by the enthalpy change associated with it. The following rules apply when we use enthalpy change. So number one, the magnitude of enthalpy of reaction, or delta H as we call it, is directly proportional to the reactant or product amount. So the amount of heat must be absorbed to boil a water sample is directly proportional to its mass. So for example nga, itong rule number one, mas mahirap or mas matagal magpakulo ng isang timbang tubig kumpara mo sa isang basong tubig, no? So the mass is proportionate to the enthalpy change or gaano kadaming heat yung concerned or yung kasama ng isang problem na yan. So yan, the more gasoline you burn, the more energy you produce, no? So this rule allows you to find the enthalpy change corresponding to any desired amount or of reactant or product. So we consider the thermochemical equation below. So we have here 1 mole ni hydrogen, no, plus 1 mole ni chlorine, nag-produce daw ng 2 mole ni hydrochloric acid, no? In which yung reaction ng products ng ano na to, ng mga what do you call this reactants, they emit negative 185 kilojoule of heat, no? So exothermic process. So in this problem or in this equation, we have here yun nga 1 mole of hydrogen, then 1 mole of chlorine, nag-produce ng 2 moles of hydrochloric acid, no? Nag-emit ng 185 kJ of heat, no? So, ang sabi dito, if we multiply the number of moles or rather the amount of that substance, for example here, we multiply the equation by 2. So we have here, nag-multiply tayo ng dalawa dito sa equation na to. So we have 2 moles ni hydrogen plus 2 moles ni chlorine. It yield 4 moles ni hydrochloric acid, no? Kung nag-multiply tayo ng 2 dito sa equation na to, syempre yung enthalpy change natin will be multiplied by 2 din. So dating 185 siya, nag-multiply ng 2, lalabas 370 kilojoule. Now, pag naman dinicrease natin by that same amount, so for example, we want to produce 1 mole of hydrochloric acid lang. Kung 1 mole lang, syempre kakalahatiin natin si hydrogen, saka kakalahatiin natin si chlorine. So therefore, HCl. In this equation, yung first equation, kumbaga dinivide natin by 2. So kung dinivide natin by 2 to, yung enthalpy change natin will be also divided into 2. No? So the thermochemical equations also allows us to relate the enthalpy change of amount of reactants and products, leading to conversion factors such as 185 kilojoule, negative 185 kilojoule over 1 mole of chlorine. No? So, ibig sabihin nito, pwede kayong magkaroon ng ratio and proportion. Kumbaga, parang may conversion factor tayo, depende dun sa hinihingi ng problem. Kung ang hinihingi ng problem is the amount of heat, syempre, nasa taas si kilojoule para makancel yung number of mole. Pag naman in grams, in value, in mole, syempre, nasa taas naman yung ating substance. No? So, kumbaga, ratio lang to. So, sinasabi dito, every 1 mole ni chlorine, or yan, 1 mole, yan, meron kang negative 185 kilojoule of enthalpy change. Every 1 mole naman ni H2, ito rin, 1 mole din yan, meron kang negative 185 kilojoule of enthalpy change. Every 2 mole naman ni HCl, no, ni hydrochloric acid, meron kang 185 also 185 kilojoule of heat. No? So, kung gusto mo namang 1 mole naman ni HCl, syempre, dapat proportionate. Kung 1 mole dito, 92.5 yung kilojoule of heat. Kasi dito kinuha yan, no? Pwede dito 1 mole, no? Kung 4 mole naman yung trip mo, ayan, 4 mole ni HCl, you have 370. Pwede mo rin sabihin na 2 mole ni hydrogen gas, you have 370 kilojoule of heat. No? So, magka-proportionate lang siya. So, similarly, we can say that H2O in solid form, we needed 6.01, no? So kumbaga nagpasok tayo ng init or ng heat na 6.1 kilojoule. Kung nagpasok tayo ng heat ng 6.01 kilojoule, yung solid state ni H2O o yung yellow naging liquid form using 6.01 kilojoule na to. Ngayon, if ever if you try to imagine, yung dinoble natin yung amount of that yellow. So for example, dito yellow to na tigli 5 piso. No? So, you need 6.1 kilojoule of heat para matunaw yon. Dito naman, dalawang tigli 5 pisong yelo. Ganon. So, kung dalawang tigli 5 pisong yelo yan, you need the double the amount of heat to transform that solid state or yung yellow na yon into liquid. No? Ganon lang siya. Ganon yung idea niya. It's proportionate. So, example 2.9. The Bunsen burners in your labs are fueled by natural gas, which is mostly methane, CH4. The thermochemical equation for the burning in oxygen of methane is here. No? So we have here CH4 plus 2O2. It yields CO2 plus 2H2O. No? So it's an exothermic process na naglabas ng 890.3 kilojoule. So we need to calculate the enthalpy change when a 5 gram of CH4 or 5 grams ni methane yung nag-react dun sa oxygen na to. No? So, from that conversion factor, kung mapansin niyo 1 mole ni CH4 is equals to 890.3 kilojoule or negative 890.3 kilojoule of enthalpy change. So, meron tayong ratio and proportion. Meron tayong magagawang ratio. So, every 1 mole ni CH4, meron tayong 890. No? So, can be used as a conversion factor. So, we multiply it here. No? Every 5 grams ni CH4, meron daw tayong 1 mole of CH4. So, syempre, convert mo natin yung 1 mole kasi mole yung given dito. Tapos dito, 5 grams. So, every 1 mole ni CH4, lalabas daw 16 grams ni CH4. Saan galing yung 16 grams na to? Yung 16 grams, galing to sa 12 grams per mole si carbon. Then, si H, hydrogen, 1 gram. So, kung 1 gram si hydrogen, 1 times 4, you have 4, syempre. Tapos, kung 12 grams naman si carbon, 12. So, 12 plus 4, that is 16. So, every 1 mole ni CH4, merong 16 grams ni 16 grams, no? So, kung ito, pwede nyo makuha to through the periodic table, no? So, we will be providing it naman, no? So, you can use table, you can use periodic table. Yan, so, yan. It's a molecular weight, no? Okay. So, we have here multiplication, no? So, ka-cancel out lang natin in grams, no? So, magka-cancel out si gram dito. So, therefore, yung equation natin na to magiging 1 mole. Now, here, meron tayong conversion factor galing dito sa table na to or galing dito sa equation na to. So, every 1 mole ni CH4 lalabas 890.3 kilojoule. So, cancel out lang natin si 1 mole or yung mole value, lalabas kilojoule yung ating unit. So, doing the math, 5 times 1 over 16 times 890, negative 890, lalabas is negative 278 kilojoule. So, yun yung reaction when a 5 grams of methane reacts with the excess oxygen. Okay? So, pangalawa, 2.10, a 2.9 kilojoule of heat is produced when a 0.05 mole of HCl reacts with a 0.05 mole of NaOH form and a mole of NaCl. No? Calculate the enthalpy change per mole of acid reacting for a acid-base reaction. We have here HCl plus NaOH. It yielded NaCl plus H2O. No? So, in this equation, sinabi naman no? For reaction of 0.05 mole of acid, no? 0.05 daw, we have negative 2.9 kilojoule of heat. So, yan, meron tayong ratio agad. Every 0.05 mole ni HCl, meron tayong 2.9 kilojoule of heat. Ang tinatanong dito, pwede tayo magkaroon ng conversion factor. No? So, kumbaga, ang tanong dito is, calculate the enthalpy change per mole. So, ibig sabihin ni per mole, 1 mole. Diba? So, in this case, yung 2.9, divide lang natin sa 0.05 para ma-yield natin yung final answer na negative 58. Bakit? Bakit na dinivide lang natin? Kasi, yung given, 0.05. No? Tapos, yung heat, 2.9 or negative 2.9. So, kumbaga, parang ang idea niyan, every per mole ang ating hinahanap na answer. So, kumbaga, 10 over 2 is equals to 5. Diba? So, yung 5 yung hinahanap natin, pero yung given niya, 10, tsaka yung 2. No? Kumbaga, ratio lang siya. So, kumbaga, division lang naman yung hinahanap dito. So, therefore, yung conclusion natin, every 1 mole ni HCl, it reacted or it created a negative 58 kilojoule. Okay? Yun. So, ito yung final equation, no? Nire-write lang to, tapos, therefore, your enthalpy change is negative 58. Okay, so, yun. So, the enthalpy of reaction or the, ayun nga, yung delta H for a reaction is equal to the magnitude but opposite in sign for the reverse action. So, for example, here, we have here H2O in solid. Nag-input tayo ng 6.01 kilojoule of heat para maging liquid, no? So, nag-endothermic process siya. Nag-absorb siya ng heat. Now, naging liquid na siya. So, kung kailangan mong ibalik into solid form yung H2O na yon, yung exact weight ng H2O na yon, you need also to remove 6.01 of heat to that system para bumalik yung solid state niya. So, it's interchangeable. Pag binaliktad nyo yung reactants saka yung product, yung enthalpy change, magbabaliktad din ng sign. Kumbaga, lang din siya. Mag-change lang din siya ng sign, no? Number 3, the value of H for the reaction is the same whenever it occurs in one step or a series of steps. So, we have here the final equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, no? So, we have here the delta H or the enthalpy change is equal to the enthalpy change of the first equation, enthalpy change of the second equation, etc., etc. So, ang sinasabi dito, yung enthalpy change, for example, ni solid to gas is equals to the enthalpy change from solid to liquid to gas or solid to between the solid to liquid, liquid to gas. Kumbaga, yung final and initial lang yung ang concerned ni enthalpy. No, regardless kung gaano karaming steps yung nangyari dun sa equation or nangyari dun sa state, no? Kung anong nangyaring heat dun. Yun yung concerned ni enthalpy change. So, this relationship is also referred as Hess's law. So after named by after Germain Hess, I think. Hindi ko siya kilala. Baka tito niya yan. So who conducted in 1840. So Hess law is a direct consequence that the fact that enthalpy is a state property or dependent only in initial and final states. No? So yun. So initial and final regardless kung how many steps. No? Yan yung sinasabi niya. So if we consider the following here, no? So summarizing lang natin. So enthalpy change is directly proportional to the amount of reactant or product. Kung gaano karami yung reactant, gaano din karami yung heat. So enthalpy change changes sign when the reaction is reversed. Pag binaliktad yung reaction, like here, no? Positive, magne-negative lang din siya. Or negative, magiging positive yung enthalpy change. Enthalpy change for the reaction has the same value regardless of the number of steps. O, kung gaano man karami yung steps na yan, kung gaano karami nangyari dun sa substance na yon, yung initial and final lang yung concern natin, it's still the same. No? So, example 2.11. Okay, so example 2.11. When a carbon is burned in a limited amount of oxygen, it will result into formation of carbon monoxide. No? So, kumbaga, sinasabi dito, is carbon plus 1 half O2 is carbon monoxide, no? Which is a poisonous gas. Given the two thermochemical equation, determine the enthalpy change for the reaction. So, in this case, meron tayong problem, no? We have here carbon plus oxygen. Mag-yield daw or mag-result into carbon monoxide. Now, given the two equation, we have here carbon plus oxygen, you have carbon dioxide. Enthalpy change is negative 393.5. Then, 2CO, 2 carbon monoxide plus O2 is equals to 2 carbon dioxide, in which yung enthalpy change naman niya is negative 566. We are required to calculate the enthalpy change for the reaction of this equation, yung unang equation, no? So paano natin kukunin 'yon, no? Yan. So let's use paint, no? So here we have here this first equation. Yan. Okay. Yan. We are required to find this. Then also, we have here this two equation na binigay, no? We have here the enthalpy change of these two equation. Okay. Okay. Now, for the solution, ito yung kailangan natin ma-yield. So first, kung papansin nyo, kailangan natin yung CO or C carbon monoxide in the product side. Pansinin nyo kasi nasa product to. Tapos ito namang si CO naman sa given natin, that is in the reactant side. So kumbaga, kailangan nating baliktarin to. Pabaliktarin sa equation 2. Kasi dito sa equation 1, wala namang carbon monoxide kasi dioxide to, ha. So yan, kailangan nating baliktarin tong equation na to. So kung babaliktarin natin, ang mangyayari sa kanya, itong reactant side magiging product side. Then also, ito na mga product side, magiging reactant side. No? So, copy lang natin itong arrow. Yan. So, ito na ngayon yung equation na to. Ngayon ganito yung equation. Ngayon, si enthalpy change, syempre, parehas din yan. Pero dahil binaliktad natin, sabi sa rule, dapat magbaliktad din ng sign or nagbaliktad din ng value yung enthalpy change. So, in this case, biniliktad natin yung resultant tsaka reactant. So, therefore, yung negative 566 dapat magiging endothermic. Magpasok ng init. So, therefore, positive 566 dapat to. No? So, itong equation to, nag-transform na into this equation. Okay? Ngayon, meron pa tayong problem. Sir, 2CO to. Tapos ito CO lang. So, we divide this whole equation by 2 para makuha natin yung desired natin na CO in product side. No? Nasa product side siya. So, divide lang natin to by 2. And divide natin by 2 itong lahat na equation na to. So, lalabas sa kanya CO2. This one, CO2. CO2 in gas yields 2CO or rather CO na lang. No? Divide by 2 nga. CO in gas plus 1 half O2. Naging divide by 2, 1 half eh. So the enthalpy change here is 566 divided by 2, that is 283. 283. So that's ayusin ko lang to ha. Ito naman nasa table naman to or nasa given. Ito. Ito yung nangyari na yan ha. Ito siya. Itong rule na to. Yan. This one. This one. Yan siya. Pasalin nyo yung sinunod ko na yan. Ito rin yan. No? This is the same. No? Yan. So, burahin natin tong sinulat ko dahil naka-mouse lang ako. So, ito na yung magiging equation 2 natin. Kumbaga, nabago ng 2 beses. Una, dito siya, nagpalit ng reactant and product, nag-interchange, naging positive, then dinivide by 2. No? So, ito na yung yield natin. Ito na yung sa equation natin. So, we have here yung 1 half O2 dun sa product side, no? So, kumbaga, nandun na sa pointing arrow, no? Nasa kabila ng arrow. Now, next, we have naman, we needed the O2 in the, in the reactant side. So, kung reactant side yung kailangan natin, papansinin nyo, ito nasa reactant side na agad to. No? Wala tayong problema. Also here, nasa reactant side na rin tayo. No? So, kumbaga, kailangan na lang natin tong dalawang equation na to. No? Kumbaga, nandito na yung parehas equation na to. Hindi natin kailangan galawin. Hindi na natin kailangan i-divide by 2. Hindi natin kailangan i-divide by or pagpalitin ng placement. So, therefore, itong equation na to, good na to. Okay na to. Yan. So, in this equation, yung transform natin, ito na rin gagamitin natin. Yan. Pansinin nyo, pagkatapatin ko yung reactant, tsaka yung yung product side. Yan. Ito yung ating pag-a-addin na rin yung mga equation na to. So, we add these two equation as buo. No? Pansinin nyo, itong 2CO2, yan. Ito yung ito yung ating product and reactant division. Kumbaga, nandito lahat yung reactant, nandito lahat yung product. Kung papansinin nyo, pag pinag-add ko dito, CO2 yung nasa product, tapos CO2 yung nasa product, tapos yung reactant, meron CO2 din. So, we can cancel it out. Kasi bakit? Bakit sir mo pinaka-cancel dito yung reactant tapos product? Imagine nyo, nag-mix kayo ng kape, tapos yung asukal hindi natunaw. So, therefore, nandun pa rin yung asukal. No? So, kumbaga, andun pa rin yung reactant, yung product hindi naman nagalaw. So, therefore, pwede natin i-cancel out si CO2. Ka-cancel yan. Okay. So, pansinin nyo. Ano naiwan? Meron ditong CO na naiwan, no? We have here the product na CO. Kay O2, meron ditong 1 O2, meron 1 half O2 dito. So, kumbaga, kung may 1 O2 dito, may 1 half O2 dito, pwede kong i-cancel si 1 half dito. So, yung isa dito, yung 1 na to, pwede kong i-cancel yung 1 half. So, magiging 1 half na lang to. No? Kumbaga, yung kalahati lang ng yung na-cancel out ko. Ito buo to na 1 half, 1 O2. So, therefore, pwede kong i-cancel yung 1 half. So, ang mangyayari ito, matitira ng 1 half O2. So, therefore, we have here CS plus 1 half O2 is CO, in which ito yung hinahanap nating equation. No? So, in this case, yung negative 393, pag-a-addin lang natin sa 283. So, therefore, yung enthalpy change niya is negative 393 plus 283. So, lalabas dyan, ay 0.5 pa to. So, lalabas dyan, negative 110.5. Yun yung dahilan kung bakit nagkaroon ng enthalpy change yung CS na 1 half O2 plus CO is equals to negative 110.5. So, kumbaga, yung dalawang equation na to, na merong given na enthalpy change, prino-project natin yung enthalpy change niya in this first equation para mahanap natin yung first equation. No? So, bakit ganito? May mga equations kasi or may mga sa problems na hindi mako-compute yung enthalpy change. Pero pwede natin i-project yung mga enthalpy changes nila sa ibang reaction. In this case, ito nga ang dalawang reaction na to, no? So, na-project natin yung enthalpy change nitong equation na to using these two reactions. Okay? Or two equations. Next. So, next we have here the standard enthalpy of formation. Ayan, so heat of formation. So, a formation reaction is when exactly 1 mole of the chemical compound forms from its elements on their standard state. The standard molar enthalpy for a formation of compound, no? So we have here the standard enthalpy of formation, no? So F means formation, is equal to the enthalpy change when 1 mole of compound forms at a constant pressure of 1 atmosphere and a fixed temperature from 35 degrees Celsius, no? So this is the standard state condition. So syempre merong merong enthalpy difference kung ang usapan ibang atmospheric pressure and also the temperature, no? So for example, you have experimented on this on a chemicals above or below water sea level, kumbaga 1,000 feet or 1,000 meters below the sea. Syempre iba yung temperature doon, iba rin yung atmospheric pressure doon. So iba rin yung enthalpy formation doon, no? Yun yung sinasabi dito. So these values are useful for computing or predicting enthalpy changes for a chemical reactions that are impractical or dangerous to carry out or difficult to measure, no? So for example, mayroong mga problem na mahirap i-measure, no? Or measure or i-actual yung reaction, no? It is dangerous, no? So we can determine the enthalpy change using the Hess's law. So if we have the values for the appropriate standard enthalpies of formation. So parang yung ginawa natin kanina. So enthalpies of formation for a variety of compounds are listed in a table below. So notice that with few exemptions, enthalpy of formations are negative quantities. It means that the formation or compound of the elements is ordinarily exothermic. So usually naman to exothermic yung process na to. Kumbaga nag-i-emit sila ng heat pagka nagre-react. So bihira yung mga endothermic processes or somehow it's few, no? So on the other hand nga yan, so heat is absolutely absorbed, usually decomposes yung or decomposing yung related doon pagka heat absorbed. So you will note that the table that is no entries for elemental species such as Br and O2, no, is a consequence of how enthalpies okay, saan ba ako? Yan, of formation are defined. So in effect, the standard enthalpy of formation of an element in a stable state is 0. So kumbaga, any single element or any single component, kunyari ito Br and O2, their enthalpies is always 0, no? So here we have here the same equation, no? So the enthalpy change is equal to the enthalpy change of the products minus the reactant. So applying the above principle for the heat formation of reaction, so we have here Ag plus 1 of Cl, it yielded AgCl, no? So therefore yung enthalpy change is negative 127.1 kilojoule. So this is a formation, no? Kumbaga, every 1 mole AgCl, you have here negative 127.1 kilojoule of enthalpy. So here then also you have 1 half N2 plus O2, you have NO2, and the enthalpy change is positive 330.2, no? So it's also a formation dahil every 1 mole ni NO2 you have here positive 333.2 kilojoule of enthalpy change. So it's followed that the enthalpy change or the enthalpy formation of AgCl is negative 127.1 every 1 mole, no? Same naman dito. So every 133.2 kilojoule is 1 mole, no? So because the enthalpy changes of individual element is always 0 dahil dito, no? Yan. Okay. So Sample problem 2.12. So O3, which is ozone, is formed from a oxygen gas, O2, by an endothermic process. So kumbaga si O2 si oxygen gas nag-absorb ng heat. Therefore it created O3, which is ozone. The ultraviolet radiations are the source of energy that drives this reaction in the upper atmosphere. So let's assume that both reactants and products of the reactions are in their standard states. So we are asked to determine the standard enthalpy of formation for the ozone of the following information. So we have 3O2 plus 2O3. 3O2 yielded 2O3, I mean, no? So yung oxygen gas, 3 moles of oxygen gas, it yielded 2 moles of ozone, no? So papansin niyo yung enthalpy dito is 286 kilojoule. So bakit walang F? Syempre wala siyang formation. Bakit walang formation? Kasi hindi naka 1 mole yung or hindi naka standard equation or hindi naka 1 mole yung product side. So therefore, kung gusto natin makuha yung enthalpy of formation na equation, we need 1 mole of the product side lang. So papansin niyo dito, dinivide lang natin by 2 tong whole equation na to. Yan. So naging 3 halves O2 equals to O3. So every 1 mole na to ni ozone, no? Therefore, kung divide natin siya by 2, yung ating given na enthalpy change na 286, divide din natin sa 1, divide natin sa 2 din, no? Divide natin sa 2, no? So kung lalabas sa kanya 286 divided by 2, that lalabas ay 143 kilojoule of heat, no? So this is negative. I think I'm sorry, positive pala, no? Yan, positive siya. I'm sorry po. Yan, divide lang yan. Okay. So next we proceed to the formation na siya. Formation na siya kasi naka 1 mole na yung O3, no? Maging formation na siya. So example 2.13, write the heat for formation reactions equations for this two equations. Let me pause lang to at resume. So here's example problem 2.13, write the heat of formation reaction equations for C2H5OH, which is ethanol, then Ca3PO4 2 is calcium phosphate. Now, so remember that the heat of formation reaction equations for forming 1 mole of compound is element under standard conditions. No? So para nangyari tong equation na to, no? So let's try to solve or try to visualize it, no? So meron tayong result na ethanol, which is C2H5OH. Now we break down the element or the reactants, no? So in this case meron tayong C, carbon, tapos plus H2. Bakit H2? Kasi si H2, that is the standard state, no? So kumbaga si hydrogen at natural state, nakikita nyo H sub 2 talaga siya, no? Plus meron pa tayong O sub 2. Bakit sub 2? Dahil ang standard state or yung natural state nga ni O2 is in sub 2, no? So mapapansin nyo, unbalanced yung equation. Bakit unbalanced? Meron tayong carbon dito na 2 counts. We have here hydrogen, in which meron tayong 5, tsaka dito may 1 tayo dito, in which 6 dito. Tapos we have here oxygen, in which ang count niya is 1. Now, kailangan natin i-balance equation, kailangan nating i-correct to. So kung si carbon ay 2, dito ay 1, we need to multiply this by 2. Maging 2C siya. Kung si hydrogen ay 6 here sa product side, tapos dito 2 lang, ano yung i-multiply natin sa 2 para mag-yield ng 6? Therefore 3 siya, di ba? 3H2. No? Yan. Then medyo mali pala yung plus ko. Anyways, tapos si O2 dito 2, then here 1 lang. So ano yung i-multiply ko kay O2 para maging count niya is 1 lang. So therefore i-multiply ko ng by 1/2, di ba? 1/2 times 2 is 1. So therefore, it will yield 2C plus 3H2 plus 1 half O2. Dito nang galing yan. Yan. So have to balance the equation lang din. So here's our equation, no? Ca3PO4 2S na calcium phosphate. So we separate na yung mga resultant niya or yung reactant niya. So Ca in solid form. So pag calcium tsaka pag phosphorus, their standard state pag solid, laging ano yan, laging standard state or solid state, no? Kumbaga, ganyan na siya. Tapos plus P4, no? P sub 4, ito yung standard state niya, plus O2 para na ko yung mga coefficient na to, no? So here we have Ca3, C calcium, we have 3 counts. For P, we have 2 times, ito, siyempre naka parentheses, we have here 2 counts, no? So here naman kay oxygen, we have 4 times 2 is equals to 8. Okay. Kung si CAI3, dito ang ating magiging coefficient dito is 3Ca para balance out dito. Check na si Ca. So kung here naman si P naman natin is 2. So dito naman is ang natural state ni P dito is 4. Para maging 2 lang dito, we multiplied it by 1 half. Then lastly, kay O2 kung 8 dito, we have here 2. Multiply lang natin by 4 para mabalance yung equation. So therefore, we have here 3Ca plus 1 half P4 plus 4O2. Dito galing yan. Okay? There's the standard enthalpy formation of compounds at 1 atmospheric pressure in aqueous at 1 m. So ito yung mga common enthalpy values. Mara, we have here the CaCl, no, 795 negative. Pag negative, it's an exothermic process, no? So we have here, yan, mga Ca, negative 543. So we go to a calculation of enthalpy of reaction. So enthalpy of reaction, so enthalpies of formation, ito formation to, can be used to calculate the enthalpy of a reaction, no? So ito. To do this, we apply the general rule. So the standard enthalpy change, no, yung the delta H 0 for a given thermochemical equation is equal to the sum of the standard enthalpies of formation of the product of compounds minus the sum of the standard enthalpies of formation of the reactants of compounds, no? So for this, you have here the summation of, para makuha natin si standard enthalpy change here, no? Standard enthalpy change, that is the summation of the enthalpy of formation of the product minus the summation of formation of the reactant. So the enthalpy changes for this reaction is this, no? Yun nga, sum of enthalpy of products, sum of the enthalpies of reactants. Okay, so we have here the basic or the principle, no? So in applying this equation, no, papakita natin paano din-apply ito, no? One must consider the following rules. Heat of formation of elements in their standard state is 0, no? Formation of elements in elements lang is 0. They can be omitted in the computation. To illustrate, consider the following reaction, no? So the reaction 2Al plus FeO3 yielded to Fe plus AlO3. Papansin niyo, pwedeng i-omit dun sa enthalpy change si Fe, or rather si Al tsaka si Fe here, no? Kasi they are element, kumbaga isang ano lang siya, isang component lang siya. Sinabi naman dito na yung enthalpy or enthalpy of elements, no, in their standard state is 0. So therefore, pwede natin makancel itong dalawa na to. So mapansinin nyo, ito yung product side, ito yung product side natin, no? Yan. So papakancel si Fe, no, in this equation. Yung enthalpy formation of Fe is cancelled out. Bakit? 0 siya, no? minus the reactants naman. Yung reactant naman natin, nandito naman si aluminum. So, si aluminum, cancel out natin dahil, again, standard state niya is 0. Or yung enthalpy change or enthalpy of formation is 0 pagka element lang. So, therefore, yung enthalpy natin or yung enthalpy of reaction natin is yung concerned lang yung mga compound. So, therefore, meron tayong enthalpy change or enthalpy change of formation ni aluminum oxide minus the enthalpy change of formation ni iron oxide, no, in solid state. Yan. So, doon nang gagaling to, no? So, they are omitted yung mga single element. Okay. The coefficients of products and reactants in the thermochemical equations must be taken into account, no? So, it's still the same. So, the enthalpy change or the enthalpy change of reaction is the summation pa rin ng enthalpy change of formation ni products minus the enthalpy change of the reactants, no? So, we have here still the same formula. We have here, papansin nyo, na-omit natin sa product si copper. Kasi solid state to. No? Kumbaga, yung enthalpy niya is 0. Pwedeng i-omit. Tapos, ito naman sa reactants, na-omit naman natin si aluminum. Kasi solid state again. Same ng idea ni copper. No? Magka-cancel out sila. So, natira si Al in aqueous form kasi pag aqueous form si aluminum at si copper or yung mga metal on what do you call this, metal side ng element sa periodic table, they are given that meron silang reaction kasi nasa liquid form sila or aqueous form sila, no? So note that the enthalpy of reaction is calculated for the enthalpies. It represents at 25 degrees Celsius at 1 atmospheric pressure. Okay. Next we have enthalpy of phase change. No? So enthalpy phase change is the amount of heat of the enthalpy associated with any phase change can be experimentally quantified or tabulated. A particular phase change has an associated heat and is given a specific name. So, to melt a solid means to change it from a solid state to liquid state. No? So, kung yung tutunawin mo, syempre, from solid to liquid state yan. So, the process requires energy because molecules of solid must be free from the rigid structure. So, the enthalpy change associated with melting is the enthalpy change for changing from solid to liquid at a melting temperature. For example, for water, this will be eto. So, H2O in solid form, no? At 0 degrees Celsius siya, syempre. So, therefore, if we want to convert the solid state ni water into liquid, we need 6.01 kilojoule of heat per mole, no? Para yung ating solid state na water will turn into liquid, no? So fusion is the process of phase change from solid to liquid, no? Parang melting, fusion din daw ang same na ibig sabihin, no? Okay. So enthalpy for this change is enthalpy of fusion, no? Or enthalpy or fusion, in which yung enthalpy of fusion is equals to final minus the initial, no? So always naman to. So yung final state niya, that is the liquid state, no? Pag fusion, then minus the solid state, the initial, in which yung initial niya ay yung solid state, no? So liquid minus solid pagka fusion. So, pag baliktad naman, we have the enthalpy of the opposite process, freezing naman, no? So, from liquid, gagawin natin siyang solid, no? So, the enthalpy of freezing is baliktad lang nito, no? So, we have solid minus liquid. So, yung final natin or final state natin is solid, then minus natin yung initial state niya in which is liquid, no? So, that's equals sa negative ni enthalpy diffusion. So, kumbaga, kabaliktaran ni fusion is si freezing, no? Kaya negative siya na enthalpy diffusion. Baliktaran lang silang dalawa, no? So, the enthalpy of ice fusion is a 6.01 kilojoule mole, no? So, therefore, the enthalpy for freezing water is negative 6.01 kilojoule mole. So enthalpy fusion for ice, no? Pag ice, it's an endothermic process, nagpasok ng heat, therefore, positive yung ating enthalpy. No? So, we have here 6.01. Pag naman freezing, no? You take out heat, no? Para siya ay maging solid state. So, therefore, exothermic process. So, therefore, negative 6.01 kilojoule per mole yung ating value for enthalpy for freezing. So, example 2.3 that shows a tabulation of enthalpy changes, which is typically for the endothermic process. No? So, endothermic meaning it takes heat, no? As for solid liquids, the fusion value or the enthalpy of fusion is tabulated for liquid and gases. You'll find the tabulated data for enthalpy of vaporization. So, similarly, reverse process. So, ang kabitan naman ni vaporization, kung nag-vaporize siya, no, from liquid to gas, no, yan ang vaporization. Pag naman condensation, we have here gas to liquid, no. So, ito naman yung baliktaran. Gaya ng kanina, si fusion, kabaliktaran ni freezing. Ito naman, magkabaliktaran naman si vaporization at condensation. So, ito naman, same idea din. Same follows from solid to gas or gas to solid. So, pag sinabing sublimation, solid to gas, no? Yan, sublimation. Then, deposition, gas to solid. Okay. Okay. So, we have here sample problem 2.14. Calculate the total heat required to convert a 500 gram of ice from freezer at negative 50 degrees Celsius. Place it in a container with a thermometer and surround with heating coil that supplies heat at a constant rate until it completely converted into steam at 200 degrees Celsius. So we have here, no, 200 degrees Celsius, no, ayan. Steam na siya, obviously, no. So merong yung boiling point naman ni water, that's 100, no. Ganun. So, see figure 2.3. Yan, ito yung figure na. I think it's figure 2.4. Siguro yung video na. The graph of temperature as a function of time is shown below. In the graph segment, number 1, the ice temperature rises until it's reached the melting point at 0 degrees. No? So, ito yung from negative 50. You have here the 0 degrees. No? Ito yung negative 50 si ice, tapos 0, you have here the melting point. Until it turns into a liquid. Now, in segment 3 of the graph, only the liquid water is present. No? Segment 3, liquid water. In this phase, no? Liquid water daw siya. From 0 to 100 degrees Celsius. And its temperature rises until it reaches the boiling point at 100 degrees Celsius. So, you have here, dito yung peak na to. Peak dito, no? Yung liquid water. In part 4, the water boils at a constant temperature of 100 degrees Celsius until it becomes a steam. So, dito parang bubulwak-bulwak na yung tubig dito. No? Or nagbo-boil out na siya. No? So, another change of phase occurred. No? So, from liquid, nagiging gas na dito sa unti-unti na nagiging gas yung ano natin dito. Yung water natin dito. Then sa number 5, nagve-vapor out na siya, vaporization na siya. So, it continues to absorb heat as its temperature rises. So, syempre, hanggang tumataas yung heat niyan, the more na nagve-vapor yan or nagiging steam. No? If all the water vapor has been trapped and not allowed to diffuse away, so, kumare, yung lalagyan natin, sealed siya, vacuum sealed. Tapos yung mga vapor, i-collect natin. the heating process continues. No? The temperatures become 200 degrees Celsius. The gas would now be called a superheated steam. No? The table for phase change that happened in the process is table 2.4. So, ito yung nangyari. From yellow, dito, top na from yellow, galing sa yellow, galing siya sa freezer, no? At 0 degrees Celsius, unti-unti siya natutunaw. No? Pagkatulong sa kanya, ito yung liquid water sa kanya. So, ito yung mga tipong part dito is, ano to, parang mga tap water natin or mga Gatorade, ganyan. Tapos mga dito, medyo mainit na kape na. No? Dito naman, kumukulong kape na yan. No? At 100 degrees Celsius. So, in this state naman, in this liquid gas equilibrium, ito na yung kumukulo yung tubig. No? Tapos pagka after ng kumulo, ito na yung steam. Yung usok na lang talaga yung tubig. No? Yan yung figure na to. Ito yung sinasabi ng figure na yan. So, given that the mass of the figure shows how the temperature of water, no? So, in this state naman, additionally, so in these lines naman, pagka straight line na ganito, both ice and water is present. While here naman, pag straight line dito, both liquid and gas is present. No? Kumbaga, ano ito, they both exist in this phase. No? Ito naman, pure steam na. Ito naman, purely water. Ganun. Ito purely ice. Ganun siya. Okay. So, given that the value is, we have here the mass of H2O, that is H2O to, no? 500 grams, then and the initial temperature is negative 50, ito, no? And the final is 200. So, our data will be taken at from tables 2.1 and 2.4, no? So, ito yung mga data na rin. So, we are required to find the total heat needed to convert the ice, yung yellow, to a superheated steam at 200 degrees Celsius. So for the solution, we need the number of moles of water. So we have molar mass, no? Ito yung sinasabi ko nung nasa periodic table natin. So we have 2 ni hydrogen tapos 1 ni oxygen. 2 times 1 plus 1 times 16, no? Yung molecular weight. We have 18 grams per mole ng water. So therefore, yung conversion natin, 500 grams of ice, multiply or i-divide lang natin, no? Or yan, i-divide lang natin sa 500 yung 18, lalabas 27.7 moles yung ating given na 500 grams na H2O. Okay? So we have here first enthalpy change. Kumbaga, ano lang to, heat transfer lang part by part, pero by the end or by the final value of enthalpy, pagka-add-in lang natin. So first, we have here the enthalpy of ice, no? So we have here the specific heat constant ni ice, no? So therefore, 27.7 moles. We assume that we have the same mass throughout the process, no? Lahat yan. So, therefore, meron tayo 27.7 mole. So, we have here 37.7 joules per mole degree Celsius, no? Ito yung constant ni ice, no? In which makikita natin sa table 2.1. Here. Table 2.1. Ito, here. No? Yan, ito galing yung mga yan. Ito, water, steam. No, yung mga gagamitin natin specific heat constant, no? Heat capacity constant. No? Doon siya galing. No? So, balik. Medyo malayo. So, here, yan. 7.7, no? Tapos, yung final niya, 0 degrees muna. Tapos, yung initial, negative 50. Bakit 0? Kasi dito yung ice, yung melting point niya. Ito yung point na yan. No? O, ito muna yung kukunin natin enthalpy change. No? Ito lang muna. No? 0 to 50. So, therefore, pag pinupit natin, papasok lang yung mga value, we have here the number of moles ni ice. No? MC change, hindi lang din to. Pero in this case, number of moles naman yung ano natin, yung mass natin. So 27.7 times 37.7, ito yung constant na galing sa table, multiplied by the final minus initial, no? So lalabas sa kanya 52,214.5 joule. Now, next naman, yung melting at 0 degrees, no? So kumbaga itong stable form na to, ito. Walang change in ano dito, temperature, dahil 0 degrees lang yung temperature dito. So therefore in this state, both na nag-exist si water tsaka si ice, no, naman at 0 degrees Celsius, no. So we have here the enthalpy from 2 to 3, no. So kumbaga dito naman tayo, no. Here the water and ice both exist in this region, no. So we have here the number of moles times 6.01, no. Bakit we have 6.01? We have enthalpy of fusion. So ano si enthalpy of fusion natin? Yung kanina. Ito. Enthalpy of fusion. In which yung 6.01 yan, no? Kilojoule per mole. Doon galing yan, no? Okay. So 27.7 times 6.01. So we have here cancel out naman yung mole, no? So we have here joule again. So lalabas sa kanya 166,477 joules, no? So next we have here the next phase, or next enthalpy, no, from 0 to 100. So ito yung liquid water, no. So papansinin nyo, 27 moles ulit siya, no. The weight or the number of moles naman nung in 500 grams to, 'di ba? Nung kanina. Tapos multiplied by 75.3. Itong 75.3, same yan. Galing din dun sa table kanina sa taas. No? Yung malayo. Sa taas dun. Times the change in temperature. From 0 to 100 siya. No? So, yung final natin 100. Isa sa 100, magbo-boil na tayo dito. No? Boiling point na tayo dito. So, therefore, lalabas sa kanya 208,581 joule. So, next, dito yan. Dito region na yan, ha? So next we have here this region, no? So in this region we have here the vaporizing at 100 degrees Celsius. So again, same ng melting yan. So meron tayong phase change dyan. So we have here 27.7 times 40.7 times 10 raised to 3, in which given naman din to, no? I think. Wait. 47.3. Ito. 40.7. Yan. You have it here. No? Table na to. So, ito, again, going back, no? So, multiply lang natin number of moles, cancel out, magiging joule ulit. In this case, 1 million joule. No? 1 million joule. So, next, we have here the last part. Ito naman yung going to steam. From 100 to to positive 200 to, ha? Hindi negative. So, we have here 27.7 times naman ng specific heat constant ni steam, no? That is 36.4 times the temperature change, no? Lalabas 100,828. So, kung yan, sa summary sa nito, pag-aaral natin itong 5 values ito, lalabas sa kanya yung total amount of heat absorbed from ice to steam at 200 degrees Celsius is 1,655 kilojoule. So, yung lahat ng dinaanan na to, no? Yung amount of heat na require or na kinailangan para matunaw yung yelo at maging superheated steam siya is 1,655 kilojoule. No? So, yun. Next. Sample 2.15. What is the enthalpy of fusion of methanol if a 25.23 grams of methanol, C3OH, froze and 4.01 of heat were released? So kumbaga, kapag nangyari fusion is freezing, no? So we have here the mass of methanol, that is 25.23, then the heat is 4.01, no? So it is released, therefore it's an exothermic process, no? So kung ni-release yung heat, no? So we have here the liquid form of methanol, it turns into solid, no? Therefore 4.01 kilojoule yung heat, no? Or yung enthalpy. So the ratio we have here, negative 4.01 every 4.01 kilojoule of heat. We have here 25.23 grams of C3OH. No? So pwede natin gamitin itong conversion factor na to, no? And the phase change is in kilojoule per mole. No? So convert muna natin C3OH into mole. No? So we have here 1 for carbon, 4 for hydrogen, and 1 for oxygen, no? 1 mole per oxygen. So multiply lang natin or kunin lang natin yung molecular weight of these elements, no? So we have here 12 for C, H, 1 for H, and oxygen 16. So multiply lang natin. 1 times 12, 12 plus 4, that is 16. So 16 plus 16, 32 grams per mole. So lalabas si methanol is in 32 grams per mole. So pwede na gamitin na siya as conversion factor, no? So for the solution, we have here si enthalpy change diffusion is equals to the negative of enthalpy change diffusing. So baliktaran na sila, no? So they are inversely proportional. So enthalpy change diffusing, we have here a negative 4.01 kilojoule over 25.23. Ito galing yan, no? Times ko kay 32 grams per mole. So papansinin nyo yung may tirang value natin dyan, cancel out natin yung grams, no? Cancel yung grams, lalabas sa kanya kilojoule per mole. So lalabas sa kanya 5.09 kilojoule per mole, no? Ngayon, para makuha natin yung enthalpy change niya in fusion, babalik lang natin yung sign niya. So kung negative to, multiply ulit tayo ng negative, therefore positive sign siya, or positive sign na yung ating final answer, in which lalabas sa kanya 5.09 kilojoule per mole. So positive dapat to dahil it will absorb heat, no? Mapapansin nyo din sa mga phase changes process natin dito in this table, no? Sinabing exothermic, yan. So release ng heat, negative to. So from solid to liquid naman, kapag na naman ng freezing, endothermic naman. So positive naman si enthalpy change, no? So in this case naman, liquid to gas, vaporization, endothermic, no? Pag naman gas to liquid, exothermic, yan, negative ulit, no? So kumbaga baliktaran sila, by pair sila, no? Papansin niyo. Gas to solid, deposition, exothermic, nag-release ng heat, no? Negative. We have here the phase changes for for some common chemical, no? We have benzene, ayan, melting point, boiling point, and also their enthalpy for fusion and vaporization, no? Bromine, mercury, naphthalene, and water. Ito yung water ginamit natin kanina, hindi na sa taas kanina, 6.01 at 40.7. Ito is melting point 0, boiling point 100. Yan. So for example, problem 2.16, in manufacture of plastics, the hydrocarbon benzene C6H6 is usually used and is a carcinogen affecting the bone marrow. According to the studies, the long-term exposure for benzene has to cause leukemia and other blood-related disorders. The following equation gives us a thermochemical equation for the combustion of benzene. So we have here the benzene C6H6 in liquid form plus 15 over 2O2. It yielded or it resulted to CCO2 plus 3H2O, in which the enthalpy of the reaction is negative 3,267.4 kilojoule. So we are required to calculate the heat formation for the benzene, no? So first, no, gawin naman natin yung calculation na to, yung aim mo na to. Ito naman ng A, calculate the heat of formation. We have here the heat of formation or Ayan, heat of formation is equals to the uh, summation of heat of formation of the products minus the reactants. So yung product natin, we have here the 6CO2. No, ito yung product natin, ito yan. No? 6CO2 plus 3H2O. No, ito yung product. Minus the reactants. So yung reactants natin, we have here C6H6. No? Ito yung benzene. Tapos, hindi natin nilagay yung O2. Bakit hindi natin nilagay yung O2, sir? Kasi yung enthalpy or yung enthalpy ng isang single element or one element is zero. Diba? Yun yung establish natin sa mga first discussion natin. So, therefore, pwede natin siyang i-omit. So, ito na yung equation natin. So, we have here, using algebraic manipulation, no? So, lipat-lipat lang tayo ng mga values. Ito yung kailangan natin, yung formation ni benzene, no? So, the heat formation ni benzene is equals to positive 3267. Lipat dito, no? So, plus 6 mole of 393.5. So, saan galing to? Galing sa table, no? Ito sa table na ito. This is 6 mole CO2 tsaka H2O. So in this case, dito yung galing. Galing yung CO2, no? Ito yung 393.5. So dito, in this table galing yung standard or yung dun given dun sa solution natin, no? But going back, we have here 393, no? Yan, dun galing yan yung CO2. Same naman din si H2O tsaka si C6H6, no? Doon din galing din sa table na yan. So i-input lang natin, no? So 3 mole H2O 285 galing to sa table. So yung C6H6, ito yung hinahanap natin pala, by the way. So we have here 3267.4 plus 393.5, no? See, right? Plus 285.8. So mag-yield siya ng positive 49 kilojoule per mole of value. Ito na yung standard heat of formation, no? Ni benzene. Okay, so for the next problem, we are required to calculate the enthalpy change for the reaction 12CO2 plus 6H2O. It will yield the 2C6H6 plus 15O2. So kung papansinin niyo yung problem na to, this the same, parehas lang. Pero yung C6H6, ito na naging product. Biniliktad ngayon. No? So C6H6, ito na yung magiging product na initially siya yung
Reactant.
siya yung reactant, no? So, siya yung reactant C6H6 na. So nagkabaltad lang sila. Tapos multiply sa 2. Papansinin nyo, na-cancel out si 15, naging over 2, 15 over 2, na-cancel, naging 15 na lang. Tapos ito, naging 6 dati, naging 12, no? Itong 3, naging 6. Ito naman, 1 lang yung coefficient niya, naging 2. So, in this case, no, so for rule number 2, yun nga, binaliktad yung enthalpy change, or yung ating equation, babalik rin lang natin yung sign ng enthalpy natin. So that will be negative 3267 times negative, magiging positive. Ito. So for rule number 2 pangalawang method naman or pangalawang step naman, dahil na multiply by 2 yung mga coefficient natin, yung heat natin or yung enthalpy natin will be multiplied by 2 din. So lalabas sa kanya 653.34.8 kilojoule. No? So yun ang magiging value natin sa rule number 1. Okay? So yun yung B, no? Ito yung answer natin for B. Okay? So for C, no, we calculate the enthalpy for the reaction C6H6 plus 15O2 is it will yield 60O2 plus 3H2O. Pero kung papansinin nyo, magkaiba na, no? So we have here the liquid, yung liquid na C6H6 naging gas na siya, tapos si H2O naging gas na rin. So in answering question C, the following steps will be applied. So notice that the given equation is identical to the combustion equation except for the benzene and the water physical states. So write the thermochemical equation for the vaporization of water. We multiply by the equation of 3 since there are 3 moles of H2O. So we have here the 3 moles of H2O daw yung problem natin. So, yan, 3 moles of H2O. Yan, in the combustion reaction. Number 3, write the thermochemical equation for the vaporization of benzene. So note that the C6H6 in gas form is a reactant in the equation where the enthalpy is needed. So reverse vaporization equation for the benzene and change the sign of its enthalpy. So we apply Hess's law by adding the equation. Here, 3 moles H2O in liquid to gas na. Kung saan galing tong 3 moles, no? It is given na 3 mole tayo dun sa H2O. So we have here 3 times 40.7. Saan galing si 40.7? Vaporization ni water. Ito siya, 40.7. So 40.7 times sa number of moles, lalabas 122.1 kilojoule. Okay, and next we have here the enthalpy of the reverse ni benzene. So si benzene from gas to liquid ang kailangan natin. Pero meron tayong given na sa vaporization na liquid to gas, no? That is 30.8. So kumbaga, para makuha lang natin yung reverse ng vaporization, reverse lang natin yung value na to. So lalabas sa kanya 30.8 negative value or negative 30.8. Ito yung pangalawa na to. So next we have apply Hess's law in number 1 and number 2 from the combustion equation. So we have here liquid to gas, no? Ito nga si 3H2O, liquid to gas, ito yan. That is 122.1 kilojoule of heat or enthalpy, no? Ito yan, number 1 na, equation 1 na yan. So for the equation 2, we have C6H6, no? Gas to liquid. We have here, ito nga yan, dito galing yan, gas to liquid, that is negative 30.8 kilojoule. No? So next we have here C6H6 plus 15 2O2 plus it will yield or it will result to 6CO2 plus 3H2O. So saan galing to? Ito yung first equation natin. Ito yun. Yan, 3267.4 kilojoule. Lalabas to. Okay. Yan. Ito yan. Yan, 3267.4 kilojoule. So ngayon, kakancel out lang natin pag-aanin natin lahat yung mga equation na to. So ito reactant or reactant side to product side, cancel out, no, cancel out liquid na to. Then also the liquid form ni benzene, no, from the reactant to product side, cancel out. So matitira C6H6 in gas plus 15O/2 ni O2, that's also in gas form to. It will yield or it will have the product of 3H2O in gas form din, tsaka 6CO2 in gas form, no? So papasinin natin itong mga enthalpy changes na to, pag-added lang natin para makuha natin yung enthalpy of reaction nung gas forms na to or itong equation na to, no? So we will have 122.1 minus 30.8 dito yan, minus 3267.4. So sinasabi ko minus lang pero add talaga, pero dahil negative sila inside, parang mina-minus lang natin sa 122.1. So ang lalabas sa kanya yung reaction na enthalpy of reaction is negative 3176.1 kilojoule for this equation. Okay? Next, sample 2.17, calculate the enthalpy change for the reaction 2C graphite, no? Ito yung natural state niya, the carbon, plus 3H2, it will result to C2H6 in gas form. So from the data given below, no, so ito yung mga given data natin, C plus O2, it will be CO2, and yung enthalpy niya is negative 393.5. So this is our equation 1. So this is our equation 2 naman, CH siya 2 plus 1 half O2 H2O in liquid form, negative 285.8 kilojoule naman daw. So for next, third one is T2 H6 gas plus 7O2 in gas, it will yield 4CO2 plus 6H2O. Ang enthalpy naman niya is negative 3119.6 kilojoule. So we are required to find the reaction ito, no, PH2 C2H6. So papansin niyo yung number 1 equation, minultiply lang sa 2, no? So we have here 2C, galing dito C, 2C siya, plus 2O2 plus CO2. So don't mind the cancellation na. So kumbaga minultiply lang muna sa 2 to, no? So itong 393 na multiply sa 2 magiging 787. So, yung pangalawa naman minultiply sa 3. So multiply natin sa 3, we have 3H2 plus 1 half times 3 is that is 3 over 2, no? Equals to, or it will result to 3H2O. So itong 1 times 3 naging 3H2O. So yung 285 multiply din sa 3 naging 857, no? So yung pangalawa naman or yung pangatlo naman, no, ni-reverse naman yung reaction. Ni-reverse tapos dinivide by 2. So kung ni-reverse to, yung 4CO2 magiging 2CO2. Ni-reverse na tapos dinivide pa sa 2. So sa simultaneous na siya, dinivide sa 2. So magiging 2CO2, ito magiging 2CO2 to. Tapos itong 6 magiging 3H2O. Tapos ito na mga product reactant side magiging product side, no? So we have 2C2H6, no, plus 7 over 2H2O O2. So papansinin mo to, 2O2 plus 3 halves O2, pag i-add natin yan, pag pinag-add natin yan, that will be 7 halves O2. So ito nasa reactant side, tapos ito nasa product side. So therefore pwede nang cancel out yung O2 na yan. O, cancel out yan. So ito namang 3H2O, ito rin nasa reactant, nasa product side, cancel out natin. Next, lastly, we have 2CO2, no, ito naman cancel out din sa product reactant side. So lalabas sa kanya, we have 2C plus 3H2. Yan, tira-tira natin 2C plus 3H2 to, itong dalawa na tira, it will yield, no, sa product side na C2H6. So pag-aadin lang natin ulit to, 787 plus negative 857 plus 155.9. So lalabas sa kanya negative 84.6 kilojoule. Ganun lang siya, no? Okay, so example 2.18, standard enthalpy of formation for hydrogen chloride is negative 92.3 kilojoule per mole. So given the following data, we have here the equation, no, N2 plus 4H2 plus Cl2, it will yield to NH4 plus Cl, now with the enthalpy of reaction is negative 630.78. Now sa pangalawang equation, given N2 plus 3H2, we have, it will yield 2NH3, no, in which it has the enthalpy of reaction of 296.4 kilojoule. So we are required to identify the two missing products and calculate the reaction or the enthalpy of reaction for this reaction. So hinahanap natin ito si NH4Cl, no? So papansinin nyo, in the solution, kung sa NH4Cl, no, ito yung nasa product side, no? So kumbaga si equation 1 kailangan natin i-flip. I-flip natin para maging reactant side siya, tapos yung 2 mole niya i-divide na din by 2 para mawala itong number 2 na to, no? So flip to, flip sa kabila, so magiging NH4Cl, no, yan, magiging ito, build na dito, magiging reactant side na siya, equals to 1 half N2, magiging 1 half siya dahil di-divide by 2, itong whole equation na to, di-divide by 2. So we have 1 half N2 in gas form plus 2H2, di-divide yung by 2 to, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then also 1 ito, so magiging 1 half tong Cl. So ito yung magiging value niya. Tapos si 630 dahil biniligtad, magiging positive 630. Tapos dahil kinalahati natin sa 2, lalabas 315.39 kilojoule. Okay? So for the equation 2, papansin niyo sa equation 2, it retains, no? Same pa rin. Pero ang ginawa natin, dahil may mga values tayo yung natira na kailangan natin i-cancel out do sa product side ng equation 1, ito yung mga gamit natin to cancel it out, yung mga n tsaka h2, no? In this case, dinivide natin by 2 yung equation 2, no? So kung dinivide natin yung 2 sa equation 2, yung n2 naging 1 half n2, tapos yung 3h2 divide by 2, that's 3 halves h2. So lalabas sa kanya 1 mole of NH3. So yung 296 divide lang natin sa 2, lalabas sa kanya negative 148. Ngayon, pag-add natin lahat ng mga equation na to, add natin yan. So lalabas sa kanya, cancel out lang tong si 1 half N2, no? Reactant, product side, no? Cancel out. Si 3H2, cancel out din. No? 3H2, reactant side, product side. No, ito. Saan galing to? 3H2, that is 3H2 plus 1 half, ito kasi pag pinag-add ito, 3 halves tsaka 1 half, lalabas sa kanya 4 over 2. So lalabas sa kanya, this is 2H2. So cancel dito yan, no? So lastly, we have here Cl2, no? Ayan, product reactant side ulit na yan, product reactant side. So maka-cancel out yan. So lalabas sa kanya si NH4Cl, ito yung required sa atin, that's equals to yung reactant na HCl, ito yan, or yung product natin na HCl plus NH3, in which mag-add lang natin yung mga values ito. So 92.3 plus 315 plus 148, lalabas sa kanya yung enthalpy of reaction is 74.89.